Now off screen, I've gone ahead and completed the enemy AI class, and in fact I've added an additional class for health to encode player health. So we have the enemy AI class, which is now completed, and the health class. We'll take a look at these in just a minute, but I want to press play on the toolbar to demonstrate the completed scene that we have here. So I'm going to press play here, and you can see inside the game tab that the enemy character is walking around the scene and he's patrolling around. And of course now he has actually seen me during the patrol here, so now he's chasing me, and at some point or other he is going to catch me up and start damaging me. Now I can just pause playback of the game here, so I'm going to pause playback. If I select the Ethan character inside the hierarchy and I scroll down inside the object inspector and take a look at the line of sight and the enemy AI component, you can see that the current state here is set to attack. If I resume playback and I run away from the enemy, you can see that now it has changed to chase here to reflect the new direction. But of course, now the enemy is still chasing me around, and now he's coming around the corner, and finally he's coming to get me. So he's still in chase mode, and then as he approaches me, he switches back to attack. So you can see the finite state machine taking effect here, and my character was just destroyed because my health went too low. Let me just select the FPS controller here inside the hierarchy panel and go back to the object inspector and scroll down. You can see that the player character has been assigned a health script here, and I've been given 100 health points. So if I press play on the toolbar again and I approach the enemy, you can see that when he approaches me he attacks and my health is reducing, which you can see from the object inspector. So eventually, of course, the player character will be killed if I stand there and take the attack for long enough. So we can see that the finite state machine is working for the enemy character here, and I'm going to open up and jump into the script files to take a look at how these work. Let me start by taking a look at the health script that we have here, because this is the simplest. So I've jumped into Mono Develop here so that I can take a look at the health script. Notice that I've created a private variable here with health point set to the initial value of 100 health points. I've declared this as a serialized field, which will allow me to see the private variable inside the object inspector so I can keep track of the player's health. But notice that access to this variable is retrieved here using this health points C# property here. So we have the health point C# property, we have the get and the set values. And notice that when the health drops below 0, we destroy the game object, that is, the player will die. So that's the basics on how the health script works, and to access this health, all any object has to do is simply retrieve the health component using getComponent and then set the health points variable, because this is a public variable. So the enemy class, the enemy AI, will reduce the health using that method, and we'll see that shortly as we examine the enemy AI script. In the next movie, I'm going to dig deeper into the enemy AI class to see how the finite state machine is working.